My dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine at your home. You are going to write your quarterly examination, that is periodic test 1. Okay, prepare well for your periodic test. Okay, and your exam portion is the chapter integers fully, children. In the integers, what are the concepts we have seen? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and also their properties. Okay, so you have to revise the whole chapter integers. This is your exam portion. And see here, this is your question pattern. For 1 mark, you have to choose 6 mark and fill ups 5 mark. And for 3 marks, you have 8 questions you have to answer. Okay, you have choice with that. Okay, 3 marks you have to attend 8 questions, and 5 marks you have to answer 3 questions. Thus, 8 is 24, and you have to write 3 5 marks. So 3 5s are 15. Totally you are going to write the quarterly exam for 50 marks. Okay. First we are going to revise the addition subtraction concept. Okay. In both operation, addition and subtraction, you have to follow only 2 rules. First one is you have to remove the bracket, and then you have to apply rule 1 or rule 2. Okay. What is rule 1? Already we have seen plenty of times. Rule 1 means the given integers are in same sign means add. Same sign means add, and the sum takes the common sign. Same sign means add, and the sum takes the common sign. Okay. What is rule 2? The given integers are in different sign. Different sign means subtract. How can you subtract? You have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Okay. You get one answer. We call that answer as the result. The result takes the symbol of the larger number. Do you understand, children? Different symbol means subtract. You have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. You get one answer. That answer get the symbol of the larger number. Do you understand? Let us see some sums. Okay. First see this. 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. The first rule is you have to remove the bracket. How can we remove the bracket? See here 4. To remove the bracket, you have to multiply the symbols. Okay. Plus into minus, minus, write the 3 as it is. Okay. Plus into minus, minus 3. Okay. Now we are going to remove this bracket. So for that you have to multiply the symbol. Plus into minus, minus, write the 2 as it is. Okay. Is it clear, children? First step is you have to remove the bracket. Thus we have removed the bracket by multiplying the symbols in the number and outside the symbol. Okay. See here you have minus, minus into plus, minus, minus into plus, minus. Suppose here we see here minus into minus plus. So this is the way you have to remove the bracket. After that you have to apply rule 1 or rule 2. Here I have chosen these two numbers. See here 3 and 2 have the same symbol, that is minus. As per the rule 1, the given integers are in same sign means you have to add the given two numbers. Add 3 with 2. What is your answer? 5. Thus the result takes the sum takes the common sign. What is the common sign here? Minus, minus. So you are assigning the symbol minus to 5. Is it clear, children? Suppose if you choose 4 and 3 first, means you have to apply rule 2. 4 minus 3, 1. Okay. You can do this, that method also. Okay. So 4 minus 3 minus 2. What is your answer? Minus 5. See here the given two integers are in different sign. So you have to apply the rule 2. Subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So what is your answer? 1. And the result takes the symbol of the larger number. What is the larger number among the 4 and 5? 5. What is the symbol for 5? Minus. Thus we got the minus 1. See here, let us do the another method. 4 minus 3. What is your answer? 1. And write the minus 2 as it is. Here see, given two integers are in different signs. So you have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So subtract the 1 from 2. Your answer is 1. And the result takes the symbol of the larger number. What is the large number here? 2. What is the symbol for it? Minus. So your answer is minus 1. Both the method you get the same answer. You can follow any method. Okay. So here see the next one. Minus 7 minus of minus 2 plus 3. Now the first step is you have to remove the bracket. Now we have removed the bracket. Minus 7. First, before the minus 7 we don't have any number. So write as it is minus 7. Here you have to multiply minus into minus plus. Here you have plus into minus, minus, plus into minus, minus. Here we have minus into minus, plus, and plus. Inside the bracket you have plus symbol only. So plus into plus, plus. Is it clear, children? Thus we have removed the bracket. The first step is over. Next we have to apply rule 1 or rule 2. Now I am going to choose these two numbers 2, 1, 3 because they have the same sign. Plus and plus. Same sign means we have to add. Add 2 with 3, 5. And the sum takes the common sign plus. Thus we have minus 7 plus 5. Now the given two integers are a different sign. Different sign means you have to subtract. Subtract the smaller number from the larger number. 7 minus 5, your answer is 2. And the result takes the symbol of the larger number. Which is the larger number here? 7. What is the symbol for it? Minus. Thus your answer is minus 2. Is it clear, children? See the last one, minus 4, minus of minus 2. First step is you have to remove the bracket. Thus, by remove the bracket, you have to multiply the symbol outside the bracket and inside the bracket. So, minus into minus plus 2 right as it is. So, minus 4 plus 2 as per the rule 2, you have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. 4 minus 2, your answer is 2. And the result takes the symbol of the larger number. Thus, here larger number is 4, its sign is minus. So, your answer is minus 2. That's all about the concept of addition and subtraction. It's clear, children? Next, we are going to see multiplication. How can you multiply the given integers? We have already know the rules. What are the rules? Plus into plus. Your answer is plus. Minus into minus, plus. Plus into minus, minus. Minus into plus, minus. That is, before going to multiply the given two integers, first you have to multiply the symbols. Okay? Before multiply the given integers, first you have to multiply the symbols. Okay? Let us see some examples. See here, minus 2 into minus 5. Once you got the question means, first observe whether it is addition sum or subtraction sum or multiplication. Many of you have the confusion with whether it is addition sum or subtraction or multiplication. If it is multiplication sum means between the given integers, you have the symbol multiplication. See here you have the multiplication symbol. So it is a multiplication sum. Before multiply the given two integers, first step you have to multiply the symbols. First multiply the symbol minus here also you have the minus. So minus into minus, what is your answer? Same symbol means plus, different symbol means minus. Same symbol, if you multiply the same symbol, your answer is positive. If you multiply the different symbol, your answer is negative. See here, same symbol. So minus into minus plus. Next you have to multiply the values. 2 into 5, your answer is 10. Okay, is it clear, children? See the next one. Minus 3 into minus 2 into 4. Here in the question we have the 3 integers. First I am choosing the first two integers. Before multiplying the given two integers, first step you have to multiply the symbol. So minus into minus plus. Next multiply the values. 3 into 2, your answer is 6. Okay. Next into write the third integer 4. See here your answer is plus 6. Here you have the number 4. The symbol for 4 is plus. So plus into plus plus. 6 4s are 24. You need not to write plus here. You may also write the plus means it is also correct. Okay. You can also do this by this method. That is, you have to multiply minus 2 with 4, you get minus 8 here, and then you have to multiply minus 8 with minus 3, you get minus into minus plus 3 8 so 24. You can follow any one of the method. Okay. See the next sum. Minus 2 into minus 4 into 5 into minus 1. First we are going to multiply minus 2 with minus 4 and 5 with minus 1. Okay. First step is you have to multiply the signs. So minus into minus plus, and then multiply the symbol, and then multiply the numbers. 2 into 4, 8. So your answer is plus 8. See the next one. 5 into minus 1. What is the symbol for 5 is plus. So plus into minus, minus. 5 ones are 5. So you get plus 8 into minus 5. Some of you, up to this you are writing very well. After that you are adding these two values. Up to the last step, this is the multiplication sum. So up to the last step, you have to multiply the given values. Okay. So your answer is plus 8 into minus 5. Before you have to multiply the symbol first. So plus into minus, minus. 8 5s are 14. So your answer is minus 14. Okay. See here next one. Minus 72 into minus 5 into 6 into 0. If you multiply any number with 0, your answer is 0 only. So if the question comes like this means no need to multiply the 72 with 5 or minus 5 with 6. Okay. You straightly write the answer 0 as this. Okay. If you multiply any number with 0, your answer is 0 only. No need to multiply these sums. You straightly write the answer 0. Okay. Is it clear, children? See the next one. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Many of you are adding these all the minus 1. See here between the minus 1 you have the symbol multiply. Multiply means you have to multiply the given values. Okay. How can we multiply? See here, we can easily do this sum in straightly. See how many minus 1 we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It is a odd number. If you multiply odd number of minus 1 means you get the minus 1 answer. If you multiply even number of minus 1 means you have the plus 1 answer. If you know the answer means you can straightly do it. Okay. Suppose you don't know means you have to do the steps. Okay. Minus into minus. First I am multiplying this one. Minus into minus plus 1 into 1, 1. Minus into minus plus 1 into 1, 1. And I am writing the last term minus 1 as it is. Next I am multiplying this 2, 1. Plus into plus, plus 1 into 1, 1. And the last term minus 1. Next plus into minus, minus 1 into 1, 1. Is it clear, children? Why I am explaining deeply? If you have instead of 1, if you have any number, you have to follow this method only. Okay. See the next one. Next we are going to see division of integers. What are the rules for division of integers? As per the division multiplication rules, here also same symbol means plus, different symbol means minus. See here, plus by plus, plus. Minus by minus, plus. Plus by minus, minus. Minus by plus, minus. Okay, is it clear, children? These are the things you have to remember. Okay, next we are going to see the sum. Minus 55 divided by minus 5. The first step we are going to do is cancelling that symbol, minus, minus. Or you can also write minus by minus equal to plus. You can also write as plus. Okay, you can also cancel. You can also write plus here. Okay, you can follow any one of the method. Next we are going to cancel this number. Okay, 1 5 is 5, 1 5 is 5, 1 5 is 5. So your answer is 11 by 1. So you can write it as 11. Thus, if you divide negative integer by a negative integer, you get one positive integer. Okay, see the next one. Minus 10 by 2. As per the division rule, plus by minus is minus. Minus by plus is minus. So for this sum also, you have the numerator plus and denominator minus. So you have the minus. Okay. If you have the plus in numerator and minus in denominator means you have to shift this minus to the numerator. Okay. Is it clear, children? If you have the negative symbol in the denominator and positive symbol in the numerator means you have to shift this negative symbol to the numerator. Okay. See here. Minus 10 by 2, I already written the symbol, minus by plus is minus. Next we are going to cancel this, 1, 2 is 2, 5 is 10, thus minus 5 by 1. So we can write it as minus 5. Thus if you divide negative integer by a positive integer, you get the answer as a negative integer. See the next one, 5 by 10. Now you are going to cancel it by 5 table. 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10. So I already shifted this my negative symbol to the numerator. So minus 1 by 2. Thus your answer is minus 1 by 2. Thus if you divide the negative integer by positive integer or positive integer by negative integer, you get the answer as negative. Okay. And see this is very important result. Definitely you have these two questions in your question paper. Listen carefully. If you have numerator as 0 and denominator as a number means if you divide 0 by any number means your answer is 0 only. In last question paper unit test 1, many of you have written the denominator as it is. Okay, don't do that, children. If you divide 0 by any number, your answer is 0. Okay, 0 by 10, 0, 0 by 1 lakh, 0, 0 by 1 crore, 0. This is very important. Keep it in your mind. See the next one, 23 by 0. In the denominator, if you have 0 means it is not defined. In the numerator, you have the 0 means it is 0. In the denominator, you have 0 means it is not defined. Okay. Keep these two things in your mind. Okay. It's clear, children? Next, children, we are going to see properties of the fundamental operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Among the properties, you have to concentrate only on the operation addition and multiplication, children, because subtraction have only one property, closure property, and division have no division did not have any properties, closure, commutative, like that. It did not hold any property. So, in the concept of properties, you have to concentrate on the operation addition and multiplication only. Okay. For the operation subtraction, it has only one property, it is closure. And based on these properties, you have the one more question. So you have to listen the concept carefully. You can see here First one is closure. What is mean by closure means you have to take any two integers and then you have to apply that operation. Then what is your operation? Addition. Thus we are taking if a and b are any two integer, then what is the operation? Addition. So a plus b is also an integer. We get an integer as a result. See here minus 2 plus minus 3. Your answer is minus 5. Thus we are taking two integer and we are applying the operation addition. We get the result as an integer. This type of property is called closure property for addition. For subtraction here you have to write minus. For multiplication here you have to write multiplication. Is it clear? Next we are going to see commutative property. I have already given live example, that is milk with sugar or sugar with milk. Commutative property means that is a plus b is equal to b plus a. This is for addition we are giving. This is commutative property for addition. For commutative property of multiplication means here you have to replace the plus symbol by multiplication. Okay, a plus b equal to b plus a. For the operation addition, the integer hold this property commutative. Okay, so commutative property is true for addition. A plus b equal to b plus a. See the example, minus 1 plus minus 2. The given integers are in same sign. By rule 1 you are going to add the integer. Your answer is 3 and the sum gets the common sign minus 3. See here now I have changed the number minus 2 and then minus 1. Here also we get the answer minus 3. Thus we can conclude from this example a plus b is always equal to b plus a. So we can say commutative property for addition holds good for integers. Okay, next see associative property. The term associative term means definitely you have to remember three numbers. Okay, three values, three integers. Okay, associative, three values we have taken. Here our operation is addition. So we are placing the symbol plus between the integer a plus b plus c. Here also we have a plus b plus c. Associative means you have to change the bracket. See here. Here first we are adding the second and the third integer. Here we are adding the first and second integer first. Though we change the order of addition, we did not get the different result. We get the same result. Thus we can say associative property holds good for the operation addition for integers. See here, I have taken three numbers, 2 plus 3 plus 5. First I am adding 3 plus 5, you get 8. 8 plus 2, your answer is 10. Here I am first adding the first two integer, 2 plus 3, our answer is 5. 5 plus 5, you get again 10. Though we change the order of addition, we get the same result. This type of property is called associative. Associative means 3 elements, commutative means 2 elements. Keep this in your mind. See here, additive identity. This is very important. Definitely will come in your question paper. Additive identity means nothing but it is an element. That element is 0. Okay. Additive identity of integer is dash 0. Okay. What is called additive identity? What is the nature of it? If you add any number with that identity, you get the same number. Okay. If you add any number with that identity or identity with any number, if you are adding means you get the same number. See here, minus 8 plus 0 or 0 plus minus 8. Your answer is minus 8. Similarly, 7 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 7 is equal to 7. This type of nature is called additive identity, and additive identity of integer is 0. Okay. And next we are going to see additive inverse. This is also important property. What is the additive inverse? If you add any number with given number, you get the answer as additive identity. See here, the given integer is minus 8. I am adding 8 with this minus 8. And also if you add 8 with minus 8, you have to change this order. You have to write like this only. Okay, minus 8 plus 8 or 8 plus minus 8. Your answer is 0. That is additive identity. This type of number is called additive inverse. For this you have to write additive inverse of minus 8 is 8. You can also say additive inverse of 8 is minus 8. See here children, additive inverse of minus 8 is plus 8. Additive inverse of plus 8 is minus 8. Similarly, the 7 inverse of 7 is minus 7. Inverse of minus 7 is 7. You have to say additive inverse. Okay. Additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Additive inverse of minus 7 is plus 7. In the question if they are asking what is the additive inverse of 7 is, you have to write the line like this. 7 plus minus 7 is equal to, change the order of addition. 7 plus minus 7 equal to 0 and conclude the answer as additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Like this you have to write. Okay. See the next one. That's all about the properties of addition. Okay. Next we are going to see properties of subtraction. For the operation subtraction, we have only one property, that is closure property. What is closure property of addition? If a and b are any two integer, then a plus b is also an integer. Here we have subtraction, so you have to replace the plus by minus. If a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. For example, I am taking two integers and subtracting, I get one result. The result is also an integer. This type of property is called the closure property for the operation subtraction. Okay, that's all about the properties of subtraction, children. Next we are going to concentrate properties of multiplication. What are the first property we are going to see? Closure. Already I have told closure means you have to take two integers and you have to apply that operation. Here our operation is multiplication. A and b are any two integer, then a into b is also an integer. See here, minus 2 and minus 3 are two integer. I am multiplying, I get the answer as plus 6. It is also an integer. Such type of property is called closure property. Thus the operation multiplication for the integers, it holds the property closure. Thus we can say integer are closed under the operation multiplication. Okay, see the next one. Commutative. Commutative means you have to take two elements, milk and sugar. A into b is also equal to b into a. In the addition, commutative property, how can you say? A plus b equal to b plus a. For the multiplication, how can you say? A into b equal to b into a. Let us check whether the property is true. Minus 5 into 2. Your answer is minus 10. Now we will change the order of multiplication. 2 into minus 1. It also minus 10. Thus, commutative property holds for multiplication in the integers. Okay. Thus, we can write commutative property as a into b equal to b into a. Okay. See here, next we are going to see associative property. Very important property. Already I have told associative means you have to take three elements. See here, a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. In case of addition, how can we say? A plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. In the operation addition, you have to use plus. In the operation multiplication, in the case of associative property, you have to use the multiple symbol. Thus, a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. Based on this, you have one more children. So, listen carefully. See, I have given one example. 2 into 3 into 5. First, I am multiplying the second and third integer. My answer is 15. 15 into 2. Final answer is 30. See here, first I am multiplying first two integer. 3 to 6. 6 into 5. 30. Thus, the final answer is 30. This type of property is called associative property of multiplication for integers. Okay. See the next one, very important property, distributive property. In distributive property also you have three elements but two operations. Okay. Distributive property also you have three elements but two operations. In associative property we have three elements but one operation. Okay. See here, a into b plus c. What are the operations here? Multiplication, addition. See here, a into b minus c. Here multiplication, subtraction. See here, this is distributive property, multiplication over addition. This is distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Then how can you write the answer? A into b and write the plus outside the bracket. Plus a into c. Do you understand? See the next one. A into b minus c. Say the answer. A into b minus a into c. This type of property is called distributive property of multiplication. Okay. See the next one. Multiplicative identity. What is additive identity? Additive identity is 0. What is multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is 1. What is the nature of multiplicative identity? If you multiply any number with that identity or any number with that identity, you get the same number. See here, 5 into 1 or 1 into 5, your answer is the same number 5. See here, minus 3 into 1 or 1 into minus 3, your answer is minus 3 only. This type of property is called multiplicative identity. Identity means an element. Multiplicative identity is 1. Additive identity is 0. Okay. And properties of division is nothing, it have properties. Okay. So we are straightly go to the Boltzmann rule. What is Boltzmann rule? We have already discussed in 6th standard itself. Boltzmann means B for brackets, O for half, multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. If you have one sum, if the question they are asking evaluate, simplify like this means you have to apply this type of operation. First you have to remove the brackets and then off and then division and then multiplication and then addition and then subtraction. This is the order of operation you have to do in it. Okay. Let us see. Before we are going to see the sum, let us see what are the types of brackets here. What are the types of brackets? Vinculum, simple, curly, square. In the question, if they have such type of bracket means first you have to operate the vinculum bracket and then you have to operate the simple bracket and then you have to operate the curly bracket and then you have to operate the square bracket. You have already known this very well. Okay. Let us see one sum. Evaluate 23 plus 7 minus 11 plus 11 minus 5 minus 16 plus 6. Here we have the bracket first. Okay, what are the types of bracket we are having? Simple bracket and then square bracket. So in the order of bracket, first you have to operate the simple bracket. Thus we are evaluating the simple bracket first. 7 minus 11. As per the rule 2, you have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. You get 4 and the result takes the symbol of the larger number minus 2. Here also you have the two simple brackets. 7 minus 5, 6. 16 plus 6, 22. Thus, we have evaluated the simple bracket. Now, we are going to remove this simple bracket. See here 23. How can you remove the bracket? By multiplying the symbol. Plus into minus, minus. Here, you have to write as it is 6 minus 22. Okay, is it clear children? Thus, we have evaluated the simple bracket and also we have removed the simple bracket. Next, we are going to evaluate the square bracket. Within the square bracket, we have two integers with the minus 1. So 23 minus 4, your answer is 19 plus 6 minus 22. As per rule 2, you have minus 16. Next, we are going to remove this square bracket. Thus 19 plus into minus minus 16. As per 19 minus 6. So what is your answer? 3. Thus we got the answer as 3. Okay. See the next one, very small sum. Minus 5 into 25 into minus 27 whole divided by 9 into minus 5. What are the rule we are going to follow here is you have to cancel the numerator by the denominator. Okay. You have to cancel the numerator by the denominator by using the same table. You see here. Here I have minus 5 and minus 5. So I am using the 5 table. 1 5 is 5, 1 5 is 5 and minus symbol is cancelling. So my answer is 1 1 here. And I am going to cancel this 27 by 9 table. So 1 9 is 9, 3 9s are 27 and 3 takes the symbol minus. So remaining I have 25 into minus 3. Leave that 1 children. So 25 into minus 3. First you have to multiply the symbol first. So plus into minus minus. 25 3s are 75. Thus our answer is minus 75. That's all about the properties of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Next we are going to see some more Bode-Morse rule problems. Okay. Next see this sum children. Evaluate 50 into minus 5 plus 540 divided by 100 minus 80 minus 20 into 2. We have to evaluate this sum by using the Bode-Morse rule. What is the Bode-Morse rule? First, you have to evaluate the bracket. In this sum, we have the brackets. We know how to operate the brackets. First, you have to operate vinculum, and then simple, and then curly, and then square bracket. See here, we have square bracket, curly bracket, and simple bracket. First, we are going to evaluate this simple bracket. So, 20 into 2, what is your answer? 40. Next, we have to remove this simple bracket. So multiply the symbol minus into plus minus. Thus we have 50 into minus 5 plus 540 divided by 100 minus 80 minus 40. Thus we have evaluated the simple bracket. Next we have to evaluate the curly bracket. See here within the curly bracket we have 80 minus 40. So 80 minus 40, what is your answer? 40. So 50 into minus 5 plus 540 divided by 100 minus 40. Next we have to remove this curly bracket by multiplying the symbol. So minus, here we have the symbol plus, minus into plus, minus, thus we have 100 minus 40. 50 into minus 5 plus 540 divided by 100 minus 40. Thus we have evaluated the simple bracket as well as the curly bracket. Next we came to the square bracket. Within this square bracket we have 100 minus 40. What is its answer? Yes, 60. Next we have to remove this 60. Sorry, remove this square bracket. Thus 50 into minus 5 plus 540 divided by 60. Again we have to come to the Bode-Morse rule. Thus we have evaluated all the brackets and there is no off in the question. So next we have to go to the operation division. See here we have the multiplication, addition and division. So as per the Bode-Morse rule, first we have to go to the division. So you have to divide the 540 by 60. Cancel 0, 0, 6 1 times, 9 times 54. So your answer is 50 into minus 5 plus 9. Thus we have evaluated the division. Next we have to go to the multiplication. See here we have multiplication and addition. First we have to do the multiplication. So 5 into 5, 25, add with 0, plus is minus, thus your answer is minus 250 plus 90. As per the Bode-Morse rule, first we have evaluated the bracket and by the bracket rule, first we evaluated the simple and then curly and then square. Next we go to the division and then we also completed the multiplication. Next we have the integers minus 250 and plus 9. As per the rule 2, you have to subtract the smaller number from the large number. You get the 241 and the 241 get the symbol of the large number. Thus we have minus 241 as the answer. Next see this sum children. You have this sum model in your text. Okay, I will change the number. Subtract the sum of minus 5 and 3 from minus 10. The concept of this sum is you have to understand what they are giving. Okay, subtract the sum of. Sum means what? Add. You have to add minus 5 and 3. And you have to subtract the sum from minus 10. That is, if you add minus 5 and 3, you get one answer. You have to subtract that answer from minus 10. Do you understand children what I am saying? You have to subtract the sum from minus 10. What is the sum? You have to add minus 5 and 3. By adding minus 5 and 3, you get minus 2. You have to subtract this sum from minus 10. So first you have to write the minus 10 and then you have to write here minus and then you have to write that sum. What is the sum? Minus 2. Now you have to use this bracket. So your answer is minus 10. Minus plus 2. So your answer is, as per the rule, your answer is minus 8. Thus we have subtract the sum of minus 5 and 3. This is the sum of minus 5 and 3. Thus we have subtract the sum of minus 5 and 3 from minus 10 and we get the answer minus 8. Do you understand children? See the next one problem. A bag had 90 marbles. That is in a bag totally 90 marbles and John took away 38 marbles. And Amit put in some more marbles. Amit came and put some more marbles into the bag. They did not say how much marbles did Amit added in the bag. And they also give one hint, that is number of marbles in the bag now. That is now means after John took away 38 marbles and after Amit adds some marbles. After that, the number of marbles in the bag, this is the now situation they are explaining. The number of marbles in the bag now is equal to 50 more than the marbles in the bag initially. What are the marbles initially in the bag contains? 90 marbles. Let us do how to solve this problem. In your class work, we have explained it detail. You have to do that in the same model only. I just give a hint to explain this up. Okay. First, let us find what is the number of marbles in the bag now. Okay. First, initially it has 90 marbles, and John took away how many marbles? 38 marbles. And Amit had how much marbles? We did not know. For unknown values, what we have to take? We have to take it as a variable. Let us take it the variable as x. So you have to add plus x. Why we are putting plus here? Because Amit added this marbles into the bag. So 90 minus 38 plus x. This is the number of marbles in the bag now. As per the given condition, this value is equal to the 15 more than the marbles in the bag initially. More than means we have to use the symbol plus. So 15 plus, what is the marbles in the bag initially? 90. So 15 plus 90. Okay. Therefore this sum in your class will be given. Okay. Thus we have the conclusion 90 minus 38. What is your answer? 52 plus yes. This is the number of marbles in the bag now is equal to 15 plus 90. 15 plus 90 is 105. In order to find x, we have to bring this 52 to that side. That x equal to 105 minus 52. Your answer is 53. Thus, the Amit add how many marbles? 53 marbles in the pack. Similarly, you have to revise all the words like Poonam Sam and Shikha Sam and Raman's birthday party, Arun birthday party. Like the word problems, you have to revise, and also the temperature sum. You have to revise such word problem, children. How to write your quarterly examination? You have to write your answers very neatly and clearly. Okay? You must use the blue ink pen to write your answers and draw the finishing lines by using the pencil and do the rough work for the necessary sum. Okay? And you have to use the pencil for do the rough work. Okay? And then for writing the choose answer, you have to write like this. First question, answer A means answer A, the answer is 1. For second question, option B, the answer is 0. Like that, you have to write the question number, answer option number, and also answer. This is the way you have to write the answer for your choose. And in your question paper, you have the continuous question number. So you have to write the question number properly. Okay? Give your best in your examination, children. All the best. Thank you.